I wanted to talk about processing emotions, and I actually wanted to go through the process of processing emotions with you because this is a step that so many of us kind of glaze over and just ignore because we don't believe we have enough time to do it or it's not that effective of a tool. But I'm here to tell you it is one of the most effective tools in your toolbox because it takes you from where you are now, which is probably not feeling great, to where you want to be, which is feeling better. And it does that by allowing the negative emotions to be there. This seems like such a simple concept, but most of us push our negative emotions away or we ignore them. But when you ignore your emotions and you don't deal with them, when you don't deal with the emotions that you don't want to deal with, it's like pushing them into the junk room. Have you ever had a room in your house that you just put all the stuff into and people come over, you just throw all the stuff in there, like, oh, I'll deal with it later. And then you never actually deal with it because the stuff starts accumulating and accumulating and it becomes overwhelming. So what I want to do is help you unpack that junk room. Every time something negative happens, instead of putting something into that junk room, I want you just to deal with it at that moment. It will never go in the junk room. Your junk room won't continue to grow, won't continue to accumulate things. So at least from now on, we're moving forward. So the first step of processing emotions is knowing that negative emotions are supposed to be there. We are supposed to have negatives and positives in our life as part of our experience as humans. That's what separates us from our animal friends. We get to feel all the good things and all the bad things, right? We have a whole vocabulary of emotions that we get to feel. Some of them we want to feel way less than others, some not at all. But the beauty of having both emotions is that we get to feel the extremes of both, right? True sadness allows us to also understand what true joy feels like. Heartbreak allows us to know what true love feels like. Anger allows us to know what pure happiness feels like or peace feels like. So that's number one, just knowing that our lives, our human lives, get to experience both. We need the contrast of the negatives to truly enjoy the positives. Okay, so I want to walk you through exactly what to do. This process usually takes me 2 to 3 minutes. If it's a really big situation that I'm dealing with, a lot of emotion going on there, there's probably multiple emotions. So I might have to process each one at different times, and that's okay. It's just kind of chipping away at each emotion until you're starting to feel how you want to feel, which is better, right? We all want to feel better. Okay, so I want you to identify the emotion that you're feeling. Get specific with it. Use your feeling wheel and really identify exactly which emotion. I don't want you to say mad, sad. I want it to be specific, like, oh, I'm fearful. Why am I fearful? It's because I'm probably having a little bit of insecurity. Okay, so insecurity. Maybe I'm having a little bit of self-loathing because I've done this before and I've failed. Here I am again, right? So of course I'm fearful. But identifying that self-loathing or insecurity is the emotion I want to be processing is going to help you really understand where you're at and then help you get to the other side of it, which is feeling better, which is having confidence, which is having motivation, which is having all of the emotions that you want to have to drive you to create the life that you want, to push you forward. Okay, so first you're going to identify that emotion. Once you know the specific emotion that you're feeling, I want you to get into a comfortable position. I prefer to lay down. There's times when I've been out and I cannot lay down, so I will go into the bathroom and I will sit on the toilet. It's true. That's the only place that I can go and have quiet time, so that is where I will go. You do what you got to do. But I try to deal with the emotion right when it's happening so that I can move through it better, cleaner, faster. Okay, so I want you to lay down or whatever position you're in a toilet, wherever you are. I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to envision whatever emotion it is. Let's pick insecurity for this. I want you to envision yourself welcoming it in with open arms. Pretend like it's your best friend coming to visit you and your arms are out, welcoming her. So I want you to do that with this emotion. Just let it be there. I want you to make friends with this emotion, that this is part of your life, right? This is part of that whole acceptance part. So once you close your eyes, you're welcoming it in. Just envision yourself allowing it to be there. And I envision the emotion washing over my body from head to toe, like a waterfall. Okay, so we've let it in, and now we're just letting it wash over our body. We're just letting it be there. So I will repeat this phrase over and over again while I'm taking deep breaths. This is insecurity, and that's okay. This is insecurity, and that's okay. And I just take big, deep, slow breaths, and I keep repeating that. This is insecurity, and that's okay. So saying that this is insecurity part is it's just acknowledging what you're feeling, right? It's just becoming friends with it. It's familiarizing yourself with that emotion. That's okay part is letting you know that it's okay to feel this emotion. You're safe. Nothing's going to happen. The worst case scenario is you're going to feel this vibration in your body that we don't love feeling. And that's okay too. All right, so keep envisioning that emotion washing over your body. Keep repeating, this is insecurity, and that's okay. And I want you to notice where on your body do you feel this? For me, I feel insecurity a little bit in my chest. It's like a tingling in my chest, and it's like a swirling in my stomach. I can feel my hands are getting a little bit tingly, a little bit sweaty. I'm just uncomfortable, right? So that's insecurity for me. I'm feeling it right now as I'm allowing it to be there. Just continue breathing it in, breathing in the emotion, just letting it be there. So keep noticing how it feels in your body. Does it feel hard? Does it feel soft? Is it pulsing? Remember I was saying that in my stomach, it's kind of swirling. In my chest, it's tingling. My hands are tingling too, and it's creating my hands to be a little bit sweaty. So just notice all of those things. Now I want you to keep breathing it in. Keep allowing it to be there. Keep saying this is insecurity and that's okay. And I want you to notice, after doing this for about 20 seconds to 30 seconds straight, do you start to feel it move at all in your body? So when I continue to process insecurity, I know that it leaves my chest. I don't have that tingling in there anymore. And it moves into just my stomach. And my stomach, instead of that swirling, moving motion, it's more of just a tingle. My hands aren't tingling anymore. They're not sweaty anymore. It's just that little bit of like a butterfly in my stomach. And I know this because I've processed insecurity before. Okay, so just notice how it changes in your body, how it's moving through your body. And just continue breathing it in and noticing what it's doing in your body, telling yourself this is insecurity and that's okay until you feel better, until that emotion's kind of loosened its grip and it's just kind of this soft, very manageable vibration in your body. And that's it. So once I've processed an emotion, I can then get to the other side of it, like I said before, which is feeling better. Once I've allowed it to be there, I can go to the emotion that I want to feel. So if I was feeling insecure before, I probably want to feel capable. I probably want to feel motivated, empowered, self-love, right? I probably want to feel any of those emotions. So now I can truly get to one of those emotions, to whichever I want to feel better, because I'm not emotion swapping, right? I'm not throwing that emotion out so I can get to this one real quick. I've dealt with that. I've put it where it belongs. I've moved it to its home. It's comfortable. I'm fine with it being there. And now I can deal with this positive emotion. I can deal with moving forward. I can deal with feeling good. All right. So that is the entire process. It takes 2 to 3 minutes. Like I said, if you have a big emotion, if you've got a lot of emotions going on, it might take a few different processing sessions of identifying each emotion and then moving through that emotion. And that's okay too. But each session, it can be as long or short as you like, but it's super beneficial. All right.